Welcome, family. Come on in. Yes, come on in. It's time. It's the truth hour. It's time to get your mind stimulated a little bit. This is what I do up here and on Pro Black Everything P.B.E. So get on in here, family. Let's get it started. Got a couple videos, short videos for y'all to watch. A few minutes of them. I'm not gonna have y'all watch the whole thing. Just a few minutes of them, and y'all can go and watch the entirety of these videos yourself. But I'm going to showcase a couple videos that I think y'all need to go watch, and we're going to talk a little bit. Today, family. This video is going to be entitled Anti-Earth. That's the Europeans. They're anti-Earth by everything you can see them doing throughout their history. The mass murder, rape, and torture of the planet, the mass murder, rape, and torture of human beings. That's why I call this white man his mama anti-Earth, aka and hashtag the anti-Earthers of America. I mean of the world, nigga. And that's his motherfucking European, his white man and his goddamn mama. They're anti-Earthers, nigga. They're against motherfucking Earth. They're against Mother Nature. Hmm. And everything in it and everything around it. Doesn't matter. That's just a white man and his mama. They're the devil family. That's what the fuck they are. That's what they've been since they've been on this planet we call Earth family. So get on in here. If you don't know who this is by now, it's none other than DeAndre Manley, aka and hashtag pro black everything PBE, established March 1st, 1979. Y'all see it behind me. AKA and hashtag religion killer family. Black man, black woman, black child. And I'm specifically talking to you, black man, black woman, black child, because I don't give a damn about these other races of people and what the fuck the mythological man-made bullshit that they subscribe to as far as these religions. But I'm talking to the black man, black woman, black child who gave the earth the concept of a spiritual belief system, of a religion, of a God. I'm talking to you. Every time black man, black woman, black child, you done heard about a fucking God or a religion. A human being that told you about that God and that said religion. I'm gonna say that again. Every time black man, black woman, black child that you done heard about a God or a religion, a human being in one way, shape, or form that told you about that said God and that said religion. No God has never told you nothing about no motherfucking humans. No God has never spoke about no humans. Every time you even heard a God in a book saying that God said something about a human, it was a human being writing that down, family. I need y'all to understand it. Go back to your books. A human being wrote that. No God never said or done anything. Black man, black woman, black child. I'm gonna put it in a basic common sense, PhD common sense thing you can put it in, and I'm gonna leave it at that. We're gonna move on to the next one. Black man, black woman, black child. I'm gonna name some attributes that y'all give this all-encompassing being that y'all call a God to, and I want y'all to just think about this throughout your day and throughout your week. Y'all tell me that this God is omnipresent, omnipotent, the beginning and the end, the Alpha and Omega, self sustaining, all knowing, all everything, unblemished, perfect God, all encompassing everything that I just said in one thing as this being that y'all call a God, black man, black woman, black child. If a God is already everything and it doesn't need anything. It doesn't have any wants or needs. It's self-sustaining, black man, black woman, black child. It would have not made humans on this planet we call Earth to praise it because it already has everything all encompassing that y'all call it already. The beginning, end, Alpha and Omega, omnipotent, omnipresent, all everything self-sustaining being that y'all call God would not need to create humans, family, to praise it, to build no buildings, to worship it in. None of that, black man, black woman, black child. I need y'all to understand that. The only person that's winning and the only people that's winning in these so-called religions is these churches that are amassing 9 to 11 million from the black family every Sunday in church. In these religions that black people follow in America, 9 to 11 million. I know them people winning. I know they believe in God, the people that's running these churches, these 501c3s that they're getting from the government. I've been brought it up. 501c3. That's what these black churches and all churches, all religions get from the federal government, baby. They're non-taxable. They don't have to really say where their money is coming and where it's going. God is good to them, black man, black woman, black child. But 9 to 11 million for decade after decade after decade, and we still begging the government for money to keep HBCUs open. We don't have no all black hospital, no multiple, no dozens and dozens and dozens of all black banks, and really all black ran and operated and managed schools. But we give 9 to 11 million to religions, to the black religions that we follow in America every Sunday. Black man, black woman, black child. That's not it. We have to wake up, family. We have to wake the fuck up, family. We gave the concept of a belief system, of a God, of a religion. We gave that concept to humanity. We were here first. We created every race you know, family. So we need to understand that we gave the world the concept of these said religions and these said gods and belief systems that they have to today. We gave everybody the concept black man, black woman, black child. I want to say AKA and hashtag to the anti-earthers of America, and that's this white man and his motherfucking mama. Black man, black woman, black child. When you go through history up until today and you look at all the death and destruction that the white man and his mama done to humans, and the death and destruction that the white man and his mama has done to this earth, you will come to the conclusion that they're anti-earthers. They're anti the motherfucking earth, this white man and his mama. They are the devil. I'm gonna say it again. If you go throughout history up until now and you see the damage, the mass murder, rape, and torture that this white man has done to the human beings on this earth, the other human beings, including themselves, and what they have done to the actual earth, the mass murder, rape, and torture of the earth and humans, you will have to call this white man his mama anti-earthers. And that's what they are. AKA and hashtag that again, anti-earthers to this motherfucker European. They're anti the motherfucking earth, family. They've been that way. Their whole existence, anti-earth. African people been about nature and about the earth, and the European and his mama been anti-earth, nigga. That's just factual. Don't get mad, get smart. Do some research, do some studying, and you will come to the same motherfucking conclusion. AKA and hashtag political killer family. Black man, black woman, black child. I'm specifically talking to you today. Every time you done heard about a political party, whether it's Democratic, whether it's Republican, whether it's independent, no matter how you heard about them, all of these political systems, just like every system in America, but specifically right now, these political systems, they're owned, operated, managed by the motherfucker people who mass murdered, raped, and tortured us for hundreds and hundreds of years, mentally and physically, up until today. Them the same people, this white man and his motherfucking mama, who run, own, operate, and manage every fucking system in America today. I don't give a fuck how good you think you are as a black man, how much money you have, what political party you follow, how many motherfucking white cave motherfuckers you got in love with you, nigga. They look at you as a motherfucking slave. Cause that's how a people supposed to look at you that still run, own, and manage everything that you fucking do. And they've been doing that since they brought us here in chains, our ancestors. They haven't stopped it. Like I said, they run, manage, and own and operate every fucking thing in America. How is that not? How is you not a slave still? Oh, I got it. They changed the name. They don't call it slavery no more. They said you was free. Even though you still up under the same systems by the same race of people. They just did a name change, a name swap on you bitch ass niggas. And y'all think that that you're not in slavery. That's why I call the white man his mama the motherfucking champs. The Rocky Marcianos and the Mayweathers of America and the champs of the world, aka and hashtag that, because of that. All they had to do is do a name swap and not call it slavery anymore, even though we're still under the same slave system. And they don't have to call it slavery no more. And you niggas agree and say we're not in slavery no more. We're not in Jim Crow no more. We're not in separate but equal no more. We're not in none of this. We didn't came up. We winning now. We progressing. Black people. Do you think our ancestors would say we didn't came up, or would they say we still slaves? Please tell me what you think our ancestors would have said. Because that's the status I follow. It's the one our ancestors would have followed. Dr. John Henry Clark's, the Dr. Joseph Ben Yochanan, the Dr. Francis Cress Wilson's, the Dr. Amos Wilson's, the John G. Jacksons, the J. A. Rogers, Sheikh Anta Diop, Arthur Schomburg, Khalid Muhammad. I just go by our greatest intellects in human history and know what they said until they died, until they got murked by this government, by this white man, by this fucking system who kill and murk and destroy every black man or woman who's really trying to move the needle for black people and our progress and our reparations and everything. They get murked, they get taken out, family. That's what gangster, thug, and savages do. And that's what this white man and his mom do. They're anti-earthers, nigga. They don't give a fuck. Don't talk to me about no other savages if we're not talking about the number one king motherfucking God savage. And that's this white man and his motherfucking mama. There's no bigger savage. There's no bigger gangster and thug on this planet. If it is, please somebody tell me. And I need it by documented evidence, because I can show you the documented evidence over the last 1,000 years to show you why this white man, his mama, the biggest gangster, drug dealers, killers on planet Earth. They're anti-earthers, baby. They destroy everything human, non-human, all the other species in the earth. That's what they've been doing. It's just factual, family. You can get mad all you want, but they're anti-earthers, nigga. They're not for the earth, family. They're here to destroy. I need y'all to understand that, black family. Like for real. AKA and hashtag to the mothers and fathers of human civilization, of humanity, and that's the black man and the black woman. We are the creators of humanity. If somebody asks you, what have you contributed as your race to this earth? You say breathing, nigga, because what no other humans breathing before the black man and black woman was breathing. So that's what we invented, nigga. And we invented you. White man, Asian man, Arab man, Indian man, doesn't matter. All came from us. So that's what we created. That's what we contribute to the earth, nigga. Humanity, nigga. And walk the fuck off from them. That's all you got to tell them. Because it's factual. AKA and hashtag no filters and no editing. The reason that I have no editing and I have no filters and what I do is because what I just told y'all. I know I'm a God. I'm a creator of humanity. I help create all the other races of people on the planet. So I don't need to be made up about nothing. I don't need to edit anything. Me and the black woman are the gods and the goddesses of humanity. It's enough said after that. After you're the god and the goddess, you're the kings and the queens, you're the mothers and fathers, great grandmothers and great grandfathers of humanity. Why do you need to be made up on anything else, family? I need to understand that. That's a rhetorical question. And AKA and hashtag to all the other living, breathing species, all the millions of other living and breathing other species on this planet, nothing but love and respect, that don't have a God and ain't trying to crush and kill the earth. Let's give a shout out and a hashtag and a salute to the greatest species on the planet. And that's all the other species that's not human. Because all the human species in one way, shape, or form is trying to deteriorate and crush the earth and kill the other humans while they're doing that under the guise of capitalism. But these millions and billions of other species on the planet, they're trying to preserve the earth, and they don't have a God. They don't have a mythological fake being in the sky that these other species are worshiping. So that's the number one intelligent beings on the planet. That's all the other species that's not human. So let's give a shout out, a hashtag to them. Nothing but love and respect. And last but not least, AKA and hashtag to the Rocky Marcianos and the Mayweathers of America and the champs of the world. And that's this motherfucker white man and his mama. Some of the stuff you watch today that I'm gonna show you, what I've been showing you, should bring you to the realization, black man, black woman, black child, that the white man and his mama are the champs. They run, own, operate, and manage everything in America and damn near everything around the world. And the reason and how they have been doing that, because for one, black man, black woman, black child, they took over the continent of Africa, chopped it up with other Europeans, their cousins and brothers. All these Europeans, the ones from America, the ones all strung out throughout Europe, Germany, Poland, Iceland, France, Italy, Spain, Portugal, you name it. These are all Europeans, family. They chopped up the most self-sustaining, wealthiest, minerally wealthy, and richest continent on the planet, Africa. They chopped it up. Some Europeans took this part of Africa. Some Europeans took that part of Africa. Some Europeans took that part of Africa. And then they spreaded us out throughout the world and enslaved us and mass murdered and raped and tortured us as we built their power and their wealth globally, family. That's why we owe motherfucking reparations, family, if you don't know nothing else. Everything that these white men, his mama, got on this earth of power and wealth, they got it from the backs of African people, family. And that's factual, family. That's not my faith and that's not my belief. It's documented. You can see it up until now. the raping and plundering and pillaging of the continent of Africa still by the hands of this white man and this motherfucking Asian man. But this white man been doing it. It's nothing new. They wouldn't have nothing without doing the stuff that they done. Like I told you, black man, black woman, black child, about these champs, and they are the champs. I got to give credit where it's due. This white man and his mama. Everything that the white man and his mama got on this earth throughout their history is by mass murder, rape, torture, stealing, taking, killing millions of people to get it. Raping of land in Africa, raping of land in Iraq and Afghanistan and in Libya and everywhere else you can name. The raping and the mass murder, torture, what they did when they got here on this soil. We call America 3Ks, don't get it fucked up, what they did to the Native Americans. What they done to African people that they brought over here as slaves. This is what this white man, his mama, known for in history, family. Don't talk about no other gangster thug killers, and we're not talking about the number one gangster thug killers, and that's the white man, his motherfucking mama, family, and that's factual. It's sad that we don't even want to just come to grips with truth anymore. Truth doesn't matter anymore to people. It ain't matter in a very long time to the black race. Truth doesn't matter, because if truth mattered, we would have been willing and ready to fight and die for what is owed to us by these motherfucking white motherfuckers across this planet. Number one, first and foremost, in America, for what we owe. But they are the chance, family, because they got our minds. They got our minds in their religions. They got our minds in their politics. They got our minds in every fucking 9 areas of activity that I'm gonna speak on later that Mr. Nitty Fuller said. The nine areas of activity they run, own, manage, and operate, all of them in America, for sure. That's factual. Nobody has came back and refuted that they don't run all 9 areas of activity. Family, before we get started with this video, I got a response from a female that said from my last video or 2 videos ago. She said she liked it what I said and she liked my knowledge or whatnot, but she said that she said I cuss too much, so she can't listen to me. So bye. As she said in the video, respect to her. She got the right to her opinion. All I ask for you, sis, is I guarantee you, sis, that our ancestors who were getting mass murdered, raped, and tortured in America and throughout the world by this white man and his goddamn mama, I guarantee you they would love that all the white man and his mama did was cuss words instead of chop them up and whoop them to death and cut babies out of stomachs and stepped on them. And the mass murder, rape, and torture that this motherfucker white man and his mama has done, I guarantee if you ask our ancestors that they would have took the cuss words all day long over being mass murder, raped, and tortured, family. It's funny that we'll find any way not to listen to truth. We're talking about words that human beings give power to. No word has a power until a human being or human beings give it power to this to everybody. These are just words that people say, and shit, motherfucker, damn. These are words, family. And if words stop you from truth, then you never want to see truth anyway. That was just an excuse for you not to see truth and not to want to listen and understand and go and do your own research and just open your eyes and watch really reality of what's going on in this world. So I heard this when I first started, cuss words. Cuss words, we're talking about words, family. If cuss words can get black people reparations, then what does it matter? I'll say one more thing with that. Our greats, a lot of my name off, and I couldn't name off many more. I'm gonna tell you first and foremost, you have to go get this book. If you don't go get this book or go get online and read this book and start reading this book, you're not going to understand about racism, white supremacy, global, and in America at all. You're not going to know about almost anything if you don't go read this book. Go get this book. I promise you, this book will change your goddamn life by Mr. Needy Fuller. But Mr. Needy Fuller, words and wisdom in this, didn't have no cuss words. We didn't listen. But we talk about my cuss words. Dr. Francis Cress Welsing's book, The ISIS Paper, didn't have no cuss words. We didn't listen. Malcolm X said a whole lot of words and a whole lot of speeches and a whole lot of lectures without no cuss words. We didn't listen. Dr. Martin Luther King said a whole lot of lectures and a whole lot of words that didn't have no cuss words in it, but we didn't motherfucking listen. So we didn't listen to the motherfuckers that didn't cuss because we still at the bottom. in America and globally. So don't talk to me about no goddamn cuss words. We didn't listen to our motherfucking greatest intellects in human world history. And they didn't say no motherfucking cuss words, and we didn't listen to them. We just got excuses, and we'll find every fucking excuse we can not to want to not to change. Whatever excuse we can to not to change and stay that motherfucking coconut, that black and brown on the outside, that motherfucking white Hitler, that white Adolf Hitler, that white King Leopold, that white Ford Foundation, that white Oppenheimers and the Beers, that white European cave mass murdering, torturing mindset that black people have, that coconut, 99% of us, our house niggas, coon and coonette. That's what we love. We love staying there. It's the best way to be. And our slave masters, our masters love it when we stay that way. Because that's what they taught to educate us, aka in hashtag the Willie Lynch letter. AKA in hashtag chess, not tic-tac-toe. And that's what we playing, tic-tac-toe. And the white man, his mama, in America globally been playing chess. So don't talk to me about no cuss words, because our greatest has been spoken, died speaking without cuss words. And we didn't listen to shit that they had to motherfucking say, family. So don't talk to me about my cuss words, family, because we didn't listen to our greats. And they hardly said no cuss words. They were still murked and destabilized by this motherfucking white man and his mama, whether they said cuss words or not. So that's what I'll say to that. So we're going to get in here. We're going to watch a few minutes of this prehistoric African religions are mind-blowing. A few minutes of it. And then we're going to get in here and watch a few minutes of another one about just to show you how gangster and thug this white man, his mama is, and why I call them the champs. Because not only was they mass murder and raping and torture in America and throughout the world, but our leaders in America, our black leaders in America and throughout the world, they were murking. They wasn't just murking Malcolm X and Martin Luther King and Medgar Evers and all of them. They was doing this to the black people globally, family. This was a global hit, baby. A global mass murder, rape, and torture, and specifically for the ones that could change our mind. They were doing world hits, baby. That's why I call them the motherfucking most gangster, thug, killer, drug dealers that you know, and that's this white man and his mama. So that's gonna be in the second video, but let's go in here and listen to a little bit of this video and see what they got to say, baby. Let's get in here and get it.
Greetings, fellow Gnosis seekers, and welcome back to this captivating corner of curiosity on this delightful digital domain we call YouTube. Today, my dear wanderers of wisdom, lovers of Sophia, we embark on an expedition through time, uncovering remarkable truths about the cradle of civilization, the vibrant and diverse continent that we call Africa. Let me ask you a question. Where do we all come from? Before you even answer that question, let me just say something first. In my recent videos on oldest religions and oldest gods, we discussed Anu as the oldest god in written history, the Pelagian creation story, the oldest reconstructed Genesis myth that exists, the Proto-Indo-European pantheon, which is the oldest reconstructed religious pantheon of gods that can be reconstructed using ancient languages before writing. But none of those answers the question, where do we all come from? Those are all good starting points, but those aren't where we come from. I mean, there's history before all those events.
He said there's history before all of those events that he just said. That's the main thing. You should have got all that. There was history before all of that he just said. Where was this history at? Let's go.
Talking about our origins as a magnificent species called Homo sapiens. Brace yourself, my inquisitive companions, for we shall dive headfirst into the mesmerizing depths of archaeology and uncover why Africa holds the coveted title of the motherland. Picture this, a vast African savanna teeming with life, the sun casting its golden rays upon the land. It is here, in this awe-inspiring continent, that our ancestors embarked on an extraordinary journey, evolving over millions of years into the remarkable beings that we are today. Before Anu, before the Proto-Indo-European pantheon, before the Pelasgians inhabited the Mediterranean, Homo sapiens exited the realm of Africa, and they came from modern-day Ethiopia, and they went into 3 different directions. Okay. One direction towards the Black Sea Mediterranean world, another direction towards the Middle East, and another direction,
as you can see,
all the way to the east.
As you can see, where humanity started from, family. Let's keep it going. And this history, family. Told you, mind stimulating hour, pro-black everything, P.B.E. Let's go.
Where people inhabited these islands and Indian subcontinent. You see, Africa is not only our ancestral homeland, but it is the birthplace of humanity itself.
Did he say Africa is the birthplace of humanity itself, family? That's why I don't need to be edited or made up or do no makeup or none of this shit that y'all do. I know we the mothers and fathers of humanity, nigga. I don't need to be made up after that. Thank you. Let's go.
Tonight, your body clock is 3 time zones ahead, so you're up early. Hey, at least you get first crack at fresh waffles.
Bon appetit.
Oh, I will. What? La Quinta, one of 24.
But what proof do we have, you may wonder?
Evidence.
Archaeological discoveries have unveiled the bones of our ancient kin, Homo sapiens, scattered across the African landscape, providing us with undeniable confirmation of Africa's role as our ancestral homeland. The deeper you go into these rock layers, the more prominent Homo sapiens are than other parts of the world. Let us take a moment to appreciate the incredible diversity found in Africa's archaeological wonders, from the fossil-rich lands of the Great Rift Valley to the breathtaking rock art of the Sahara. Each discovery paints a vivid picture of our shared heritage. These remnants of the past tells tales of human triumph, innovation, and adaptation, reminding us of the rich tapestry of cultures and civilizations that have thrived on this remarkable continent. Join me as we set our sights on the land of the pharaohs, the pyramids, and the enigmatic hieroglyphs of ancient Egypt, the pre-dynastic Egypt to be precise, the gateway that connects the fascinating civilization in written record history to the very heart of Africa. Egypt, with its mighty Nile River, was a thriving center of culture and innovation. But what many don't realize is that the roots of ancient Egyptian civilization stretched deep into the African soil. Through the intricate trade networks and cultural exchange, the influence of Africa can be seen in the art, customs, and even the deities worshipped by the pharaohs. Firstly, we have the extraordinary findings from the Great Rift Valley, a region that stretches across East Africa. Here in places like Ethiopia and Kenya, scientists have unearthed ancient fossils of our hominin ancestors dating back millions of years. These remarkable discoveries include the famous Lucy, an Australopithecus afarensis skeleton that offers a glimpse into our early evolution. But it doesn't stop there. Further excavations in the region have unearthed fossils belonging to our direct ancestors, Homo sapiens, dating back to 300,000 years ago. Yes, you heard that right. 300,000 years ago. Africa boasts the oldest known remains of our species, providing
the oldest? That's what they said, right? They ain't say the newest? They said the oldest? Okay, let's go.
Concrete evidence that our journey as Homo sapiens began on this very continent.
Yes, yes.
The story of humans begins here, amidst the breathtaking.
The story of humans begins here on the continent of Africa. We the mothers and fathers of human civilization, black man, black woman, black child. I don't say things just to be saying it because I want to stroke my ego. I just say it because it's the factual things, black man, black woman, black child. One day y'all will understand that and y'all be willing to take back what was taken from us. Let's go.
Landscapes and ancient savannas of this diverse and vibrant continent. Africa not only holds the oldest fossils of our species, but also carries the genetic imprints of our shared heritage. By understanding and appreciating Africa's pivotal role in our human story, we embrace the knowledge that we are all connected by our origins in this incredible continent. Lucy is a true superstar of paleoanthropology. Let me share with you why the discovery of this 3.2 million year old fossil skeleton was such a monumental breakthrough and what it meant for our understanding of human evolution. In 1974, a team of researchers led by the renowned paleoanthropologist Dr. Jonel Johansen made a groundbreaking find in the Afar region of Hadar, Ethiopia. They unearthed an almost complete fossil skeleton belonging to an early human ancestor of our species, whom they affectionately named Lucy, after the Beatles song, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Now, why was Lucy's discovery so important? Well, it's a game changer for several reasons.
Game changer.
Firstly, Lucy belonged to the species Australopithecus afarensis, which provided crucial insights into the early stages of human evolution. She walked upright, like modern humans, but also possessed ape-like features, making her a transitional form between primate ancestors and ourselves. Lucy's skeleton was remarkably well preserved, comprising numerous bones, including the pelvis, limbs, and skull fragments. This level of completeness allowed scientists to reconstruct.
I was able to trade this coin from Carvana for a brand new car. Here's how.
I've been wanting to get a second car because I feel like I'm getting to that place in my
Construct her anatomy and gain a deeper understanding of her locomotion, body proportions, and overall physiology. By studying Lucy's bones, researchers were able to deduce bipedalism, or walking on 2 feet, which is a crucial milestone in our evolutionary journey. Lucy's discovery also provided compelling evidence for the African origins of humanity. Her age, 3.2 million years old, firmly placing her within the timeline of early human evolution.
Yes.
Africa, with its diverse ecosystems and geological features, offered the ideal conditions for our ancestors to adapt and thrive. Lucy's existence challenges the previous notions that the evolution of Homo sapiens followed a linear progression. Instead, her discovery highlights the complex and branching nature of our family tree, with multiple species coexisting and evolving alongside each other for millions of years. In essence, Lucy's discovery was a transformative moment in paleoanthropology. It provides tangible evidence of our ancient past, showcasing our ancestors.
Tangible evidence, archaeology, anthropology. Now we start throwing us stuff in there that makes sense when you're trying to find out who was the first and who everybody came from. And that is unequivocally the black man and black woman. That's why I call us the mothers and fathers of humanity, fam. We created breathing in humans because we were the first humans breathing, black man and black woman, black child. So I want y'all to go in and go watch that whole thing, man. There's nothing wrong with facts and researching and studying. And if anything you think that is wrong on there, go look it up. Go find other sources. and see if this is true or not. That's how you find out if something is true or not, family. It's about digging in and doing the research and studying and listening. I don't know why we don't want to do that. Um, I don't know. But we're gonna get in here and we got another video that we're gonna watch a little bit of. And like I said, this goes on to the fact of this anti-earther, these Europeans, this white man and his mama, and why they're anti-earthers, what they have been
When we think of
doing
France, we often
this whole time, which is mass murder, plundering, and pillaging the earth because they're anti-earthers, mass murder, rape, and torturing the land we call Earth and human beings. That's why I call them anti-earthers. To show you what this motherfucking European has been done, to show you why I call them the most thuggish, the most gangster, most killer, the most drug dealers, the most and biggest savages in human history, family. I don't just say that to make the white man and his mama look bad. It's just factually documented up until today of what they done. I was in Iraq and Afghanistan. I was in the army for 20 years. I know who the thug and the killers and drug dealers is. And that's that motherfucking European and his mama, not just in America, but globally, wherever this motherfucking European at, they're the most savages. They're the most gangster, thug, drug dealer killers, family. Not you little niggas on your little street corner selling your little pebbles. You have nothing on the biggest drug dealers, gangsters, and killers, and that's this white man and his mama. It ain't even comparable. Nigga, your peons compared to the biggest drug dealers, killers, thug niggas, and real niggas on the planet. That's his white man and his mama. By any means necessary. That's what I call this motherfucking European and his mama, because that's what they've been doing since their existence. By any means necessary to gain power and wealth and be number one. By any means necessary is what they've been doing on the continent of Africa, wherever they step at. That's gangster thug shit, motherfuckers. Family, I need y'all to understand that. You selling a few pebbles in your little neighborhood that they run on and manage, and you kill each other. It's not gangster and thug and killer. That's stupidity. See, the white man, his mama, when he kills his other white compadres and brothers and sisters, it's to gain maintain control of this earth, nigga. Is a conflict between them about who's going to run it, which white facet is going to run it, and that's why they have their wars within each other to see if this white man and woman is going to run it under this, or this white man and woman is going to run it under this. That's when they have their internal strifes and their internal wars. It's white on white crime for power and wealth. That's all they do theirs for, family. Not just senseless killing and mass murder, rape, and torture that the black man and his mama do in America and throughout the world. They do it to stay in power, family. So before we get in here and watch this, I'm going to read a couple excerpts out of this book right here. That I'm telling y'all have to go get this book. I'm telling you, don't. Oh man, it's just so much in here. And real quick, when I tell you that the 9 areas of activity that the white man and his mama run in America, specifically the white man, these are the 9 areas of activity that the white man and his mama run, own, operate, and manage in America. Let's go. It's economics, it's education, it's entertainment, it's labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. Them are the 9 areas of activity that the white man and his mama, the anti-earthers, run, own, manage, and operate. And what we're going to do is we're going to get in here and I'm going to read this. And it's called 2 Basic Reactions to Racism, White Supremacy by Neely Fuller. So we're going to read this. Every white person who is physically and or mentally able to willfully and deliberately cooperate with the white supremacist races and who does so is a white supremacist. A white person who speaks and or acts effectively against racism is not a racist white supremacy. Listen though. But this is only during the period when he or she is actually speaking and or acting effectively against white supremacy. That's the only time that they're not. No white person, however, is or can be a victim of white supremacy. This is true of those who practice white supremacy and those who do not. This is Mr. Nitty Fuller, family. He's breaking this shit down. These are cuss words right here. Because this ether right here. If y'all don't like me saying cuss word, y'all should definitely not like this, because he's ether in this with not saying one cuss word, but he's got them put an exclamation point on this shit. Let's go again. Let's read a little more. It says, during the existence of racism, No non-white person is or can be a racist. I'm going to read that again. During the existence of racism, no non-white person is or can be a racist. A person cannot be subject to racism and be a racist at the same time. This is according to the compensatory counter-racist logic. I got one more, and then we'll get this video popping, and we'll close on out. In this book, Mr. Neely Fuller goes in and gives the six major strategies, the six major racist strategies are. And these are the six major racist strategies. I did it in one of his cartoon videos. And these are, number one, racial classification confusion. 2, racial population dislocation confusion. 3, racial population tailoring confusion. 4, racial showcasing confusion. 5, racial sexual confusion. And 6, racial white sacrifice confusion. We're going to jump to the racial showcasing confusion. And this should ring a bell when y'all hear me reading this, because this is what we see with our black athletes and y'all black so-called celebrity, powerful black people that y'all say in America. Racial showcasing confusion. This applies to the white supremacist racists taking large numbers of non-white people and putting them out front. Many many non-white people may be able to showcase the places where they reside. They may be able to showcase their knowledge and their expertise. The white supremacist racist man and racist woman sometimes allow some or many non-white people to have so-called titles of importance. They allow some or many of non-white people to possess, use, or be associated with many comfortable and attractive material things, such as houses, garments, glittery stones, metals, exotic foods and drinks, expensive vehicles, etc. The white supremacists sometimes give some or many non-white people numerous awards, congratulations, celebrations, parades, and many, many words of praise. His white man, his mama, the champs. And another reason I call this white man, his mama, the champs, is what I said in a section a few videos ago when I was talking about Jackie O's father at her funeral. And he's saying that humanity came from a white cave hole and a black man, and them two made it to create humanity. When a black man can sit up anywhere and say that in public, that lets you know the white man, his mama, is still winning, maintaining, and operating their world racist system, fam. So let's get on in here and go to y'all number one gangster drug dealer killers, and that's this white man, no matter where they at on the globe. And let's listen to him.
Often picture famous landmarks like the Eiffel Tower and the Louvre Museum and the romantic streets of Paris. The country is known for its rich culture, education system, and art. But what many people don't know is that behind this glamorous facade lies a dark history of colonial exploitation and the lingering scars of French imperialism. France was instrumental in the economic destruction of many African countries and Haiti, implementing policies that ensured they would always depend on France while exploiting their resources. While the nation may now be praised for its architectural wonders, education system, and artistic achievements, few acknowledge the devastating impact it had on the countries it colonized. In this video, we will reveal the truth that has been hidden and forgotten from mainstream media. We will talk.
Did he say the truth? Oh, okay. Okay. Truth.
Talk about how France ruined Haiti, Guinea, and other African nations. This is not a history lesson, as France continues to exert its control over many African countries, milking them of their resources. We will expose the truth with the hope that France and other former colonial powers face.
Yes, I pay with my credit card, and then Emilio sends you a check. Or a bank transfer. Your choice.
When I built this business,
face their past and work towards addressing the imbalances created by centuries of exploitation. Before we get right into the video, please smash the like button and subscribe to the channel to keep informed of our eye-opening black narrative. The extortion of Haiti, once a French colony called Saint-Domingue, is a prime example of French cruelty. The colony prospered by enslaving Africans to work on plantations. France gained immense wealth from this brutal system, but at the expense of countless lives.
Yes.
In 1791, the Haitian people revolted against their oppressors and won their independence in 1804. However, the cost of freedom would prove to be too great, as France won't let its grand prize slip away. In October 1806, the country was split into two, with Alexandre Pétion ruling in the south and Henri Christophe ruling in the north. Despite the fact that both of Haiti's rulers were veterans of the Haitian Revolution, the French had never quite given up on reconquering their former colony. In 1814, King Louis XVIII, who had helped overthrow Napoleon, sent 3 commissioners to Haiti to assess the willingness of the country's rulers to surrender. Christophe, having made himself a king in 1811, remained obstinate in the face of France's exposed plan to bring back slavery. Threatening war, the most prominent member of Christophe's cabinet, Baron de Vaste, insisted, "Our independence will be guaranteed by the tips of our bayonets." In contrast, Pétion, the ruler of the South, was willing to negotiate, hoping that the country...
Black man, black woman, black child, real quick. Like I said, do you see how when black people in America or throughout the world got their freedom, it was by bloodshed? The 1804, 1805 Haitian Revolution, they didn't pray and they didn't motherfucking vote to get free from this motherfucking white man called the French. This motherfucking cave, this gangster, drug dealer, killer, savage white man. They didn't pray and they didn't fucking vote. They took up arms and they slaughtered the motherfucking white man and his mama to get free, family. Let's keep it going.
Country might be able to pay France for recognition of its independence. In 1803, Napoleon had sold Louisiana to the United States for $15 million. Using this number as his compass, Pétion proposed paying the same amount. Unwilling to compromise with those he viewed as runaway slaves, Louis XVIII rejected the offer. Pétion died from yellow fever in 1818, but Jean-Pierre Boyer, his successor, kept up the negotiations. Talks, however, continued to stall due to Christophe's stubborn opposition. Once Christophe died in October 1820, Boyer was able to reunify the two sides of the country. However, even with the obstacle of Christophe gone, Boyer repeatedly failed to successfully negotiate France's recognition of independence. On April 17, 1825, the French king suddenly changed his mind. He issued a decree stating France would recognize Haitian independence, but only at the price of 150 million francs, or...
So, our black brothers and sisters, gods and goddesses, kings and queens, free themselves in the Haitian Revolution. But then the white motherfucking gangster, drug dealer, killers come back and be like, look, for y'all freeing y'allself, y'all got to give us 150 milli, baby. Basically. That's what y'all got to give us, baby. And then, you know, we might think about it. That's what gangsters, drug dealers, and killers do, family. That's what anti-earthers do, family. This was just basically for the black man and woman freeing themselves in Haiti. Fought and got themselves free. No glorious story behind that, but there's a glorious story behind the European cave American getting their freedom from Great Britain, their cousins and brothers and sisters, but none. No, you have to pay us to get free from us. That's what the white man, his mama said, let's go, family. Let's stop it, man.
Around 10 times the amount the U.S. had paid for the Louisiana Territory. The sum was meant to compensate the French colonists for their lost revenues from slavery. Baron de Macau, whom Louis' successor, Charles X, sent to deliver the ordinance, arrived in Haiti in July, accompanied by a squadron of 14 brigs of war carrying more than 500 cannons. Rejection of the ordinance almost certainly meant war. The extortion of Haiti would begin.
The gangsters came with their army to Haiti and told them, what you gonna do? We ready to mass murder, rape, and torture all of you niggas. What you want to do?
At that very moment. With the threat of violence looming on July 11, 1825, Boyer signed the fatal document which stated, "The present inhabitants of the French part of Saint-Domingue shall pay, in 5 equal installments, the sum of 150 million francs, destined to indemnify the former colonists." Newspaper articles from the period revealed that the French king knew the Haitian government was hardly capable of making these payments, as the total was more than 10 times Haiti's annual budget.
They already knew that.
Forced to borrow 30 million francs from French banks to make the first 2 payments, it was hardly a surprise to anyone when Haiti defaulted soon thereafter.
So what?
Still, the new French king sent another expedition in 1838 with 12 warships to force the Haitian president's hand. The 1838 revision, labeled Traité d'Amitié, or Treaty of Friendship, reduced the outstanding amount owed to 60 million francs, but the Haitian government was once again ordered to take out crushing loans to pay the balance. Although the colonists claimed that the indemnity would...
They took out loans from the people asking and demanding the money. That's who they took out the loans from. White man, his mom, I told you, been playing chess, baby. Let's go. They gangsters, drug dealers, and killers, mass murderers, rape, and torturers. They anti-earthers, this motherfucker white man, his mama. That's just factual. Let's go.
Only cover 1/12 the value of their lost properties, including the people they claimed as their slaves. The total amount of 90 million francs was actually 5 times France's annual budget. The Haitian people suffered the brunt of the consequences of France's theft. Boyer levied draconian taxes in order to pay back the loans, and while Christophe had been busy developing a national school system during his reign, under Boyer and all subsequent presidents, such projects had to be put on hold. Moreover, researchers have found that the independence debt and the resulting drain on the Haitian treasury were directly responsible not only for the underfunding of education in 20th century Haiti, but also lack of health care and the country's inability to develop public infrastructure. Contemporary assessments furthermore reveal that with the interest from all the loans, which were not completely paid off until 1947,
Wow.
Haitians ended up paying more than twice the value of the colonists' claims. The impact of France's action...
White cave France, our brothers and sisters in Haiti, they need that motherfucking guap back with interest. France. Yes. Our Haitian brothers and sisters down there in Haiti need their motherfucking guap back with interest. Black man, black woman, black child. I'm with y'all, brothers and sisters of Haiti. Let's go.
Actions on Haiti's stability and wealth cannot be understated. This demand for repayment not only perpetuated the cycle of poverty, but also symbolized the theft of wealth from Haiti. In stark contrast...
Symbolized the theft of wealth from Haiti. The European and his mama, the gangsters and drug dealers and killers, do what the fuck they were doing. These are savages. They're anti-earthers, black man, black woman, black child. These motherfuckers is not your friends.
As to the poverty rates in metropolitan France, where 14.1% of the population lives below the poverty line, Haiti suffers from a dire situation with a staggering poverty rate of 59%. Such extreme economic disparity reflects the consequences of a history marred by exploitation and economic injustice. To exacerbate matters further, the median annual income of a French family stands at over $31,000, a significant contrast to the meager $450 for a Haitian family. These glaring disparities in wealth and income highlight the persistent consequences of stolen labor from generations of Africans and their descendants. The French indemnity, forcibly imposed on Haiti, compounds the nation's economic struggles. This indemnity demanded compensation from a formerly enslaved people to those who had once enslaved them, a situation unparalleled in history. The burden of...
I hope y'all getting these motherfucking jewels. It's history, family. I didn't make none of this up. This all is all stuff that you can go look up yourself, family. And then you will see that these motherfucking white men, his mama, are anti-earthers, nigga. They're anti the motherfucking planet and everything in it.
Of this indemnity further deepened Haiti's economic woes, making it even more difficult for the nation to escape the cycle of poverty. The sabotage of Guinea. When Sékou Touré of Guinea decided in 1958 to get out of French colonial empire and opted for the country independence, the French colonial elite in Paris got so furious, and in a historic act of fury, the French administration in Guinea destroyed everything in the country, which represented what they called the benefits from French colonization. 3,000 French left the country, taking all their property and destroying anything that which could not be moved.
Destroying everything that which could not be moved just because of the black man and woman of Guinea said that they just want to be independent from you. White man, white woman, you savage, anti-earth, bitch-made ass race. We want to be independent from you. And the white man said, okay, you do? Nigga, watch what we do. We're gonna destroy everything in this motherfucking country and leave you down to nothing. Let's go, family.
Schools, nurseries, public administration buildings were crumbled. Cars, books, medicine, research institute instruments, tractors were crushed and sabotaged.
The one short now comes with the liner. It was already my favorite short. It really was. And now guess what? Now they got an inside no bounce pocket.
Horses, cows, and the farms were killed, and food in warehouses were burned or poisoned. The purpose of this outrageous act was to send a clear message to all other colonies that the consequences for rejecting France would be very high. Slowly, fear spread through the African elite, and none after the Guinea events ever found the courage to follow the example of Sékou Touré, whose slogan was, "We prefer freedom in poverty to opulence in slavery." When Guinea decided to issue its own national currency in 1960, France organized a sabotage operation known as Operation Persil to destabilize the new country.
Destabilization.
The operation would base itself on two components.
The white man and his mama destabilized everything. They destabilized Afghanistan. They destabilized Iraq. They destabilized Libya. They destabilized all the countries in Africa. They destabilize everywhere that they want. That's what mass murderers, rapists, and torturers, anti-earthers do, family. If it ain't them running, they'll destabilize and crush, even if it means killing millions of people in their wake of destabilizing, fam. That's what they have done. That's documented facts. Let's go.
Causing economic collapse and causing armed insurgencies against the Guinean government. The operation provided for the Service de Documentation Extérieure et de Contre-Espionnage, based in Senegal, to create large quantities of forged Guinean francs to flood the country with and bring about hyperinflation and economic collapse, similar to the Nazi Operation Bernhard. This would allow the French government to cause significant economic instability. The operation was also to arm opposition figures in Guinea and organize them into paramilitaries that would lead to civil war and the ultimate overthrow of Touré's government. However, the operation suffered a number of leaks, and the Guinea government would be able to stop the operation before it happened.
Real quick, family, like I always say, who has been benefiting from black suffering, from black degradation? Who's been benefiting the most off our suffering, off our death, off our incarceration, off our mass murder, and even off our intellect? Who has been benefiting the most off of that? Our good and our bad, our negatively things and our positively things. Who has been benefiting the most off both of these sides? And that's this white man and his mama, the anti-earthers, nigga. Let's stop playing games like it's somebody else.
Economic imperialism. When destabilizing former colonies did not give the desired results, the French would use other means to ensure it would hold on to colonies and continue to gain from their resources.
What'd they do?
Since 1961, France would lay claim to the national reserves of 14 African countries. These countries were all former colonies, including Benin, Burkina Faso, Guinea-Bissau, Ivory Coast, Mali, Niger, Senegal, Togo, Cameroon, Central African Republic, Chad, Congo-Brazzaville, Equatorial Guinea, and Gabon. The CFA franc was created in December 1945 when the French government ratified the Bretton Woods Agreement and became the currency of Les Colonies Françaises de l'Afrique, or the CFA, or French Colonies of Africa. The French treasury guaranteed the currency under a fixed exchange rate, but would require that the African nation made a deposit of 50% of CFA franc reserves into the French central bank, giving France control over the country's resources.
Bingo.
The CFA was later split into the Communauté Financière d'Afrique, or Financial Community of Africa, which included the West African countries of Benin, Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Guinea-Bissau, Mali, Niger, Senegal, and Togo, and the Communauté Financière de l'Afrique Centrale, or Financial Community of Central Africa, including Cameroon, the Central African Republic, Chad, the Republic of the Congo, Equatorial Guinea, and Gabon. African countries have tried time and time again to liberate themselves from French control, and more often than not, African revolutionaries in former French colonies are met with violent resistance from the French government.
Oh, yes.
The death of Barthélemy Boganda is a perfect example of this. Boganda was the president of the Central African Republic from December 1958 to March 1959.
Didn't last long.
During this time, Boganda cut a lot of ties that the Central African Republic had with France. For example, he founded the Movement for the Social Evolution of Black Africa, a political party dedicated to liberating the French colonies in Africa, specifically the Central African Republic and the French Congo. Boganda was instrumental in the country gaining independence and planned to use his power to liberate other African territories from French rule.
Ain't gonna happen.
In an attempt to stop the Central African Republic's growing independence movement, France arrested Boganda during his 1951 campaign for endangering the peace. He was released shortly thereafter, but he was unfortunately killed in a plane crash in March 1959. The French General Secretariat of Civil Aviation headed an investigation into the crash, yet never publicized their report. The French newspaper L'Express leaked parts of the report that revealed that traces of explosives were found in the wreckage of Boganda's plane. And in response, the French High Commissioner suppressed all copies of L'Express printed in the Central African Republic. Another example is the Cameroonian Marxist politician Felix Roland.
As you see these black brothers, these black kings and gods that were trying to liberate Africa, the same thing happened to them. I told you this white man, his mama, do world hits. Just like the Malcolm X's and Martin Luther Kings and Medgar Evers and the total destabilization of the Black Panther Party. See, the European and his mama, this motherfucking cave, this motherfucking gangster and thug, this anti-earther, this motherfucking white man savage, this devil, this demon, wasn't just doing it to Malcolm X and Martin Luther King and the Black Panthers here in America. See, they do this globally, nigga. They the champs for a reason. I call them the champs for a motherfucking reason. History doesn't fucking lie, family. If you knew a little bit of it, you would understand why we in the position that we are in today in America and throughout the world, black man, black woman, black child. But you won't. And the white man and his mama know because they done taught and educated you not to, nigga. Let's go.
Mumi, who was killed in 1960 when a French Secret Service agent slipped a dose of thallium into his drink in Geneva. Another Cameroonian leader, Nyobi, was shot dead in 1958 by the French military. Sylvanus Olympio, the first president of the Republic of Togo, is another significant African leader that would meet his end because he tried to improve his own country and end the ruthless...
Did he say he tried to improve his own country? He tried to improve his own country. That you can't do that up under the anti-earthers ruling you, nigga. You get murk for that, nigga. Let's go.
This exploitation of the French. In the 1960s, he would try to take his country out of French control by refusing the Colonization Continuation Pact. However, he would agree to pay an annual debt to France for the so-called benefits Togo got from French colonization. It was the
had to pay reparations for being enslaved, family. You tell me that this motherfucker white man, his mom ain't the biggest gangster, thug, killer, drug dealers. You know, I enslave you. This is the white man. I enslave you. You free yourself, nigga. You have to pay me for freeing yourself, nigga, because I lost a whole lot of motherfucking money and a whole lot of wealth and power from you freeing yourself from my mass murder, rape, and torture his ways, my anti-earth ways, nigga. You still got to pay me for that, for freeing yourself, nigga. Let's stop playing, family.
Only conditions for the French not to destroy the country before leaving. However, the amount estimated by France was so massive that the reimbursement of the so-called colonial debt was close to 40% of the country budget in 1963. Consequently, the financial situation of just independent Togo was very unstable. And in order to get out of this situation,
I need y'all to go look up too. I know y'all just seen a picture of that white motherfucking slave master cave, John F. Kennedy, and look at the stuff he was doing. He was in office with the other white motherfuckers around the world in Africa too. Slave master, nigga. I was glad he got murk too, nigga. They should have put 15 bullets in that bitch ass cave head. His own, you know, white on white crime, fam. That's what they do. They anti-earthers, nigga. But that was a good one. That was a good murk right there. JFK murk. I'm glad y'all murked him. He was a slave master just like the rest of you motherfucking anti-earthers. Let's go.
Olympio decided to leave the monetary system set up by colonial France and created the currency of the country. On January 13th, 1963, 3 days after he began printing the new bills, a squad of soldiers supported by France seized and killed the first elected president of independent Africa. Olympio was executed by an ex-French legionnaire, the sergeant of the army Etienne Nassingbe, who, at the same time, received a bonus of $612 from the local French embassy.
That's all it takes to murk one of our leaders, nigga. $600, nigga. We the cheapest thing to buy, nigga, and we always for sale, nigga. We always been for sale. The black man, black woman, black child. They know that. They done educated us to be for sale against our own, the self-hatred and the self-degradation and the self-murder of our self-family.
For the success of his mission. Olympio's dream was to build an independent and autonomous country, but the idea did not correspond to the French wishes. Etienne Nasingbe would become president and enforce the monetary system provided by France.
Yes.
Through practices like the CFA franc currency and controlling a large portion of African countries' reserves, France maintains economic control that hampers the growth and independence of these nations. The presence of French military bases in Africa also raises concerns about neo-colonial power dynamics and contributes to political instability.
That's all it is.
It is important to expose these issues and bring attention to the harm caused by France's actions. The CFA franc, for example, limits the economic choices of African countries and keeps them dependent on France.
We're going to stop it right there, family. I told you this white man and his mama are the champions of the motherfucking world, and they're the Rocky Marcianos and Mayweathers of America, family. I don't just make these up, family. I don't just say them just to be saying them, family. This is still holds true to today throughout the continent of Africa. The natural resources on the continent of Africa, the banks that are ran by the European throughout the continent of Africa. If a motherfucker run your money, they run you. If they run your natural resources and they manage and operate your natural resources, then they own and operate and manage you. Black man, black woman, black child. That's in America. That's in Haiti. That's in Jamaica. That's on the continent of Africa. That's in Brazil. That's in anywhere you name. That's why I call this motherfucking white man and his mama the champs. They're anti-earthers because they'll destroy everything and everyone to stay in control. This is what they've been doing. This is nothing new. This is not no shock. Like I told y'all, you can't be shocked at a mass murder, rape, and torture for being a mass murder, rape, and torture all their life. You can't be mad and be so fucking appalled and shocked at a savage that's been a savage their whole existence that they've been on this planet. They've been a savage and a mass murder, rape, and torture. This white man and his motherfucking mama. Don't talk to me about no fucking cuss words. When our babies were getting strung up in mass murder, rape, and torture for hundreds of years. And I'm just explaining these anti-earth motherfucking white K's, and you niggas want to, first thing you niggas want to say is about a cuss word. I guarantee you the motherfuckers in Africa wish when they were being colonized that all the motherfucking Europeans was doing was just cussing at them. And not mass murder, rape, and torturing them and they fucking land. They wish it would have just been cuss words, nigga. They could have handled that. When we were getting mass murder, raped, and tortured in America all the way up until today, since we got here as slaves up until now, if all the white man and his mama was doing was just cussing at us, nigga, I guarantee you our ancestors would take cuss words over the mass murder, rape, and torture that these motherfucking white anti-earther cave motherfuckers been doing since they've been in existence on this planet. This pro-black everything, man, P.B.E, I'm out, family, but we have to understand this, family. We got to understand who the gangster, thug, drug dealer killers are. And that's this motherfucking white man and his mama. There's none bigger. There's none more treacherous. There's none more savage than this motherfucking white man and his mama. The anti-earthers of this planet. I'm out.